but you have to start. You have to actually go out there and pitch and DM and start to get your first clients to see that earning potential. You have to start. Hey friends, it's Nikayla here, and today I'm talking about 9 side hustles that you can start today that can replace your 9-to-5 income. So a lot of times when we talk about side hustles, people kind of think it's crazy, like especially if you have a good job, which I know many of you have a good job, and you're like, I can't possibly side hustle to replace this income. Like, girl, I have big bills, so I need big money. Well, what if I told you that there are thousands of people right now who have a side hustle that's making them big money? In fact, most of them aren't even quitting their job because they like having both, but it absolutely could hold them down if by chance they lost their job or wanted to lose their job. It doesn't require you going viral on social media or posting all the time. It just requires you being strategic and starting a hustle that people really need, aka solving a problem. So today I will share 9 side hustles that if I was starting from scratch, I would pursue one of these. And low key, I am going to be pursuing one of these anyway because I need a new side hustle. All right, so let's go. Now, before we dive in, let me just be clear. These are not get-rich-quick schemes, okay? These are not things that you do for a little side pocket change. These are side hustles that you can start today and with consistency scale into a real business. Some of them can bring you your first 1,000 in just a few weeks, while others will take a little while to build momentum or get into your groove. Either way, each of these is a real path forward to replacing your 9-to-5 income. Okay, so the first side hustle that you can start to replace your 9-to-5 income is a cleaning service. So what it is a local residential or commercial cleaning business that provides regular or deep cleaning services for homes, offices, or rental properties. And what I love about the cleaning service is you don't actually need to do the cleaning yourself. What you're doing is you're going to find the people who are going to work within your cleaning agency. And then you have to do the work of making sure that you're coming up in SEO, that people are finding you. You're doing those techniques to make sure that your service starts to get customers, and then you deploy the manpower to clean people's homes. So you can start this process by starting with someone who's already done it. So I have an episode with Janilka, who her and her husband started $1 million cleaning company and now teach others to do the same. So if I was starting this company, I would start out by listening to that episode. I might then invest in their course, right? So that I already have the blueprint step by step. Here's what I do. Or you could just Google, YouTube, whatever you need to do to find out the first few steps. I was inspired by this because the other day, we do use a cleaning service to clean our apartment every 2 weeks. And the head of our cleaning company said, hey, we've lost some customers. Do you know any other people who are in need of cleaning in this area? Because we want some more customers. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I thought back to Janilka and how she talked about in that episode, the fact that the reason why this business works is because most cleaning companies are focused on just getting homes and doing the cleaning and making sure they do a good job. They don't have the bandwidth to also do the manpower of marketing. So that is where the overall cleaning agency comes in, because you do this and then you are the one that are pairing customers with an already built cleaning company. So of course I offered up some names to the head of my cleaning company, and lo and behold, she got a new client. And I'm like, and I only found out because I recommended my friend, and my friend was like, oh yeah, we're using your company. And I'm like, I didn't even get a thank you. I didn't even get like a little, discount the next time, which I don't mind whatsoever because I want her to thrive. And I really want her to build up her business. But in my head, I was like, I really need to look into this, starting a cleaning service. But again, as with any side hustle, you guys, you have to decide that sweet spot between what you're interested in and what you really want to do every day and what you feel like you have the bandwidth to take on. Do you want to take on, because every business comes with risks, liabilities. These are people's homes. Of course, you really have to make sure you do your background checks, but all of that can be done. So first side hustle I would definitely explore is cleaning service. I already am doing a great job of marketing someone's cleaning service that is not my own. So I would definitely look into that one soon. And here's why it makes money. It's recurring revenue. Most clients need weekly or bi-weekly cleaning like we do, so they stick around for a long time. It's low startup cost again, and you can charge, several hundred per session, low to several hundred depending on the size of the home or apartment. And then you can easily pair the cleaning companies that you have found that's already assembled with customers that are looking for cleaning. And because if you're starting this kind of business, you're probably a marketing pro, or you can learn to master SEO, Google ads, Facebook ads, all these other ads, then you just have to focus on making sure that company is found. And it's really not that hard, because I can't tell you how many times I look within my own city and I'm like, there's all these SEO terms I'm looking for, and I'm finding it hard to find a cleaning service that I can trust. Also, go in and post in Facebook groups, because most people are going to those local Facebook groups to kind of figure out, all right, like, what cleaning service do you guys use? So that's number one. Number two, let's talk about faceless YouTube channels. This is one that is really growing and one that I'm looking into. And again, low key, I've been looking into it, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to share it with y'all because I just wanted to be quietly a millionaire. I always joke, y'all won't know when I'm like a multimillionaire, but there will be signs. So this was what I was going to keep to myself, but I'm sharing it with y'all. So I know a lot of people hit me up and they're like, Nikayla, like, I want to start a side hustle, but I don't want to be the face of it. Or what else do y'all tell me? I don't want my employer to find out and yada, yada, yada. Well, then consider doing a faceless YouTube channel. So the other thing I was going to say about faceless is you can actually have a faceless podcast. So nowadays, you can create an avatar, you can record your voice, and then create an AI voice, which it's not as creepy as it sounds. I know some of y'all are weirded out by AI, but essentially then you can have these episodes where you draft the script, and then the voice or voices, if you decide to do it solo or a co-host, have the whole show together. And you would be surprised how big this genre is and is continuing to grow. So it's very early. So this is one I would hop on, so you can monetize with brand partnerships down the line, or with things like the background music channels. Those have like hundreds of thousands of views to millions. So you can really come up with the AdSense dollars once you're able to monetize it. So explore that one. That's one that I'm looking into as well to replace the 9-to-5 income. All right. And this is why it makes money, by the way. Again, ad revenue from YouTube once monetized. So you're looking at 2 to 10K monthly potential. Affiliate marketing. So you could weave in some of your own partnerships, like go out there, pitch partnerships once they see the size of the channel, and you'll be able to secure some affiliate dollars. So then you're making those as well, because you're inserting those into the channel. And then sponsorship deals as well, once you continue to build up an audience. And again, this can be completely faceless. The audience is based on your numbers for each video, the video views, and the size of the channel. Now let's get into idea number 3. So the next business I would consider starting is a virtual assistant or personal assistant business. And the reason I say that is because if you're like me and you're a naturally organized person, then you might really find that your wheelhouse is helping other people who are less organized, but have brilliant ideas and businesses that they're trying to get off the ground, but they just need that person to like keep them on task and help them execute. Then you should look into not only being a virtual assistant, but starting some kind of agency where you can help other people. And I think that one of the key things that I really love about this idea is you can choose a niche. So it could be executive VA, podcast VAs now are becoming really, really popular, real estate VAs, or even, again, if you're doing personal assistant, that is a very, very niche thing, because people really want to trust you. All right. If you're working and you're having a personal assistant agency, these are people who they may have personal information for you, like your credit card, your health insurance cards, things for your kids. And so people really want to make sure that they can trust that person and they don't know where to begin. So if you make it easy for them because you've created an agency, you've vetted people, you've background checked them, then it's like you've taken away that first layer of where do I begin to even find this person? And then you can have some kind of like onboarding because people know they need an assistant, but then they don't know how to utilize the person once they have it because they're so used to doing everything themselves and they are so quick to automatically just do it because they're like, oh, I'll just do it really quickly. I'm not going to ask for help on this one. And that keeps going and going. And before you know it, they're not even making the most of the services they pay for. So you can have some kind of onboarding. And this is really going to get you referred to other people because the onboarding you can do a little quiz, like what are your top things? You can have them audit their time. What did you do this week? You can even, set up some kind of thing where you're just auditing their calendar or their day, shadowing them. And then you're like, okay, here's what I noticed and here's how I want to help you. And so again, you take the mental load away from them. And that is just going to blow their minds. Like, oh my God, how did you even think of this? Blah, 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 blah. So I would start out by being the person. Then, I would obviously take on other staff and then create a full service agency. But then I would use AI as much as possible to streamline this. So when I'm talking about creating onboarding documents, I would go over to ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, and I would say, hey, help me create my onboarding suite for my clients. Like every single thing that you're thinking of that you want to use to impress your clients, I would go over to an AI tool and I would have them map it out. Presentations, you can go over to Gamma AI and have it map out these awesome presentations for you as you're onboarding or, when you're doing sales calls per se, and you want to, because in the beginning, you're going to start out with sales calls to get people into your sphere and to start out client by client until you flesh it out even more. So that is one I would definitely look into if you're organized or if you like building out teams and helping people, taking away their load. This could be one for you. I like it because it's easy to get monthly retainer clients. Even if people are trying you out, it takes them a while to cancel, and they won't cancel because they'll love your service, of course. And you can niche down and scale it into an agency over time. So check that out. And if you want to research it, you can start out by actually researching what's currently out there. Pay attention to what you think is missing based on what we just discussed, like the ways that you can go in and help your clients in ways they didn't even think about. Look at what people are charging and, see what the market can bear right now. Doesn't mean you necessarily have to charge what you see right now, but it just gives you a fuller picture. You can start with private companies and then also look at these marketplaces where people go for one-on-one services like Upwork, Fiverr, Facebook groups, and then go from there. Let's get into number 4, social media manager. So what it is helping businesses manage their social media content, engagement, and strategy for platforms like, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Threads, X, everything you can think of that a business might need or use. As a social media manager, you would be in charge of organizing all of that for them. So this is one I'm also super familiar with. If you don't know, my background is in social media marketing, and I started out working at a fast fashion company and worked in academia, all these different areas until I started doing social media for myself. And then the last job I held was with NPR doing their social media. When you're doing this, you really want to think about getting to really understand content strategy, content marketing strategy, and scheduling tools. Helping clients seamlessly schedule and keep their content flowing is a huge part of this. So if you're not someone who is fully versed in social media marketing right now, don't be discouraged. You have to think about yourself as the head of an agency. It might not start out as the agency, but I don't want you to think about you actually doing the work. I want you to think about the team that you're going to look for to do the work. So you want to think about people who know the basics of content strategy and scheduling tools, things like Later, things like Hootsuite, things like Meta Business Manager, Meta Content Manager, all the things. And you can start out by offering free audits to local businesses, not only to showcase your expertise, but to also learn their pain points, because then you can use those pain points in your marketing materials. Everything they say, like, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know how to translate this into a post. I don't know how to get customers from the post to the sale, and all these other things. You put it right back at them in your marketing speak. Then you're going to find 1 to 2 clients, put them on retainer, start from there, do a really good job, and then get their referrals to put on your quick website that you put up, and then go from there to gain more clients. And Again, AI will help you here because you can use tools like Canva and ChatGPT to create content very efficiently. You don't have to start from scratch anymore. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Every single template that you can think of, you can start on Canva and then redesign with the colors and everything that you need. So really, the agencies already exist between the AI tools and the Canva. All right. And I like this because, again, it is recurring monthly retainer model. All you need is a few clients, and then before you know it, you're replacing your 9-to-5 income. It's also high demand. Businesses need an online presence, and even today in 2025, people do not know what they're doing. And that is an opportunity, okay? And you can easily scale this into an agency by hiring content creators. So that's idea number 4. Speaking of social media, let's go ahead and get into one that I have hired for, and I continue to look for a really good solution for this. And sometimes I even consider doing it myself. So again, these are ideas that I have explored or am exploring, y'all. All right. So idea number 5 is to be a short form video editor. Emphasis on short form, okay? Because everybody knows like video editors it's a very long process and all this other stuff, but not everyone is making long form content anymore. There's a huge opportunity here to help people who are content creators to make more appealing short form video. So not only to post on their social channels, but to extract pieces from their long form content like podcasters. So you've seen on my Side Hustle Pro Instagram and TikTok that we will often have snippets from my episodes, which are cut by my social media content manager, Yasmin. And these snippets, they take work. I couldn't possibly spend time doing the episodes and all these other things myself. Like, you need a team, and you are thinking about how can you help people identify the best moments from their content, but also pair it with a learning opportunity, a call to action opportunity to get their audience from the clip to the website or to their email to actually listen. And how can you take it a step above what's currently out there? So most people, if they pitch you for this service, they're just doing straightforward black and white. Like, I'll help you edit your videos. But what if you could take it a step further? Like, I'll help you tell your story through short form videos. So let's look at your content and I'll tell you the best pieces that you should cut from every episode. And then we'll make sure you schedule them out, because sometimes you get all this content and before you know it, you haven't even used all of it. You should be using and repurposing your clips. If you posted a clip in May, that clip can go again in September, October, right? These are things that creators need. So some quick steps to get started is learn CapCut, Adobe Premiere, Rush, or Descript. I love things like CapCut and Descript because you can literally edit, and even Riverside, which I use to record this podcast, you can literally edit by the words. Like, you can go through the transcript and then you can cut out pauses just from the text now. So that can be your first pass. And then when you really want to get fancy with it, then you use more Premiere tools, right? And then you can start out by offering 3 to 5 free edits to influencers or business owners. Then you can start out by reaching out to them directly via message and offer these in exchange for testimonials. And if they like the service, they might come on as your first client. Then you're going to post your samples with their permission. So with the free edits, you can also say, hey, you can get this for free, but I'd love to be able to post it if you like it and share my work. So then you post the samples on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter to attract clients, and then you sell packages. And the packages and the pricing, those are up to you, but we can talk about it more in a clarity call. I'll tell you more about those later. But if you want some help fleshing out your ideas for your side hustle, I do offer clarity calls over at sidehustlepro.co/start. So we'll get into that. All right. So here's why I love short form video editing. It's in high demand and video content is king. Short form video content is king. You also will be able to have recurring clients because brands need content weekly. It's a retainer-based model again, and it takes people a long time if they are going to cancel to cancel. Not that they're going to, but we love a subscription model, okay? And again, you can charge premium prices as editing skills improve. So you might start out lower, not low, because editing takes work. So you're not starting out low even when you're a beginner. but you are going to start lower than your premium prices once you become a pro faster and you've built out the agency model. So you need to pay people now. This episode is sponsored by Skillshare. The online learning community is offering Side Hustle Pro listeners a free trial of premium membership. Now, many of you already know that one of my biggest side hustle hacks is Skillshare. I've been using Skillshare for years now, and that's because it's the truth. I love it so much, I've created a free short course to give you the play-by-play on how to launch your own high-quality video podcast. It's called The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Podcasting, and if you've ever wondered how I get the clear, crisp video you see on the Side Hustle Pro podcast without going into a fancy studio, this is the course for you. The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Podcasting is a course where I'm sharing my favorite budget-friendly equipment picks, my step-by-step training on recording and editing a podcast, and how to create engaging episodes and eye-catching social media clips. The best part, the course is free if you go to sidehustlepro.co/Skillshare. So are you ready to get started? Visit sidehustlepro.co/Skillshare to enroll. Again, Side Hustle Pro listeners, you'll get 1 month free of premium membership over at sidehustlepro.co/Skillshare. Again, that's 1 month free over at sidehustlepro.co/Skillshare. All right, speaking of content, and I'm going to speed these up a little bit now, let's get into my sixth idea, which is podcast or YouTube channel manager. So everyone wants to jump into creating a podcast or creating YouTube, but it's a lot of work and you actually need to be very, very organized in managing it. So you can create a podcast or YouTube channel manager agency where you're helping podcasters or YouTubers with editing, uploading, social media, repurposing, and show notes so they can just focus on the content. You can even help them with thinking through content by doing some of the competitor research, the niche research to find out, okay, what's really working right now, looking at Google Trends and all these things, like what's on people's mind in 2025 versus 2023, so that, again, you can just focus on creating that content or taking those ideas and making it your own. And one of the ways you can get started with this is, again, learn everything you can about podcasting, YouTubing, and then offering a test week or something where you get into their workflow and you optimize and suggest ways that they can have a more seamless workflow. You can create your service packages. You can find clients in Facebook groups. I know Riverside has a huge Facebook group. There are people always like getting started, trying to figure things out. You can partner with podcasters like myself who coach other podcasters, right? So if you have a really good service and you want to pitch it to me, then we can talk about it if it's helpful for my clients, right? So I'm always trying to help my clients, like whether it's find an editor or anything that they need, they always come to me. So I would love to be able to refer you. And then you can find clients on LinkedIn and other social media platforms as well. And why I love this, why it makes money is because podcasters, again, will pay monthly retainers for ongoing work. This is an ongoing job, so you need ongoing work. And then you can manage multiple clients without increasing your work hours per se, because you're not their editor. You are their workflow manager. You are helping to make sure that the episodes go up on time, that everything, you're the last eye, quality control that makes sure everything is edited correctly and all of that. So that is what you do. So you can manage multiple clients without increasing to a ton of hours. And then you can have a very high ticket service with room to scale into an agency. Number 7, an idea that you can start today would be AI integration for small businesses. AI is so top of mind right now, but most people are either A, still scared of it, or B, just don't know where to begin. So if you can help small businesses use AI for automation and to integrate it into their business workflow, this would just take that mental strain off of them to try to figure it out or figure out who to hire internally. So you can help them with everything from their chatbots for customer service to content generation to workflow automation, you name it, the works, or just even knowing what the different tools are and how it can help them. So some quick steps to get started. Of course, you need to learn all the tools. And I love any side hustle that allows me to get paid to learn. So A common misconception is that you need to be an expert at stuff before you start it. And it's actually the reverse. You can get paid to learn and to continue to get better as you get more clients, as you invest in courses, invest in workshops, do it all because your clients are paying you. And since it's still a side hustle, you can reinvest the money into becoming a better business owner. So learn those AI tools. Find local businesses or even start with your network by sharing what you do and then starting to have those meetings to learn more about their workflow, their manual processes or the processes that they could optimize and start to turn their pain points into solutions that you provide. So you kind of regurgitate what they've told you, but offer it as a solution. Oh, I have a solution for that, but you really need to have a solution. So develop one. All right. Offer AI setup services, white glove. Ooh, don't we love a white glove, right? So email automation, chatbots, everything I said, workflow, onboarding sequences, everything that people need in their business. Then charge per setup, and you can charge per ongoing maintenance as well. And I love this idea, and here's why it makes money. Because businesses save money using AI, and they're willing to pay. We love that business to business revenue. All right. It's another recurring revenue model because when you get someone to help you and it's really useful, you don't want to let them go right away. Even if they don't know exactly how to continue using you, recurring revenue model. Okay. And right now, I would say it's low to mid competition because few people are still figuring out their AI automation to small business or to medium and full-size business models. It's still a space you can really jump in and make your mark. So go ahead and make that mark. Now let's get into my last two ideas for side hustles that you can start today that could replace your 9 to 5. All right. So number 8 is corporate training and coaching. I have an episode with Kimberly Brown, I'll link to it, where she talks about how she got into the space of having corporate trainings. These are trainings that net her 5-6 figures, with each client. And this is something that I love because if you have a current expertise, you know what I always say, you own that. Whatever you do for your company, you own that. And I'm speaking to people who, if you're side hustling and you don't mind staying in your field, if you are a side hustler and you don't want to stay in your field and you're trying to get away with it, this one's not for you. But if you want to take what you already do, right? So I've seen like social media brand marketers who are working for major brands like Vogue and doing activations and all these things, then go off to do their own thing. And what's great about this is you already have interface with clients and you already have contacts other places. So once you leave your company, you can start to think about, well, what services can I offer in this realm that they really need? Start to take note and observe, okay, what are they coming to us for? What do they really need? And what can I offer as a solo person and who's building out my own agency? So identify your expertise, identify what your pitch is going to be. What is it that you want to offer people? And what's the result that you're going to help them gain? What's the problem and what's the solution you're providing? Start to think through your packages, identify your list of companies, and then you're going to start your warm outreach at first with who you already know, and then build out to cold outreach once you've exhausted that. But a lot of times your warm outreach can take you much further than you even expected. I know someone who, when she left, I think she might have gotten laid off, but when she left and one of her contacts found out, they said, you're coming on with us. And she's been with them ever since. Why? Because they loved her work when she was with the other firm. And it just so happened she got laid off. But when people have worked with you, they're working with you. They know who did the work. So remember who you are, identify your expertise, and start to think about the corporate training, coaching, and development that you can do on your own. So you're going to charge per session, $2 to $10K, whatever it is, or charge a monthly retainer if this is ongoing work that you plan to do with a select number of clients. I love this because corporate budgets already exist for training. They often have categories of trainings that they can do, and it can apply to a lot of different things. So they have the budget. They just need to figure out which line item they're going to take it out of. And you can have high ticket pricing here because, again, they have the budget and you're only going after clients with the budget. That's why I keep saying they have the budget, because we're only going after clients with the budget. You get? Okay. Because you only need a few clients. When you do it right, you only need a few clients to replace that 9 to 5 income. And then you can scale this up as you wish in the desired framework that you want it to be in. Number 9, last side hustle that you can start today that can replace your 9 to 5 income is to choose a done-for-you service and become the provider. So number 9, done-for-you service provider. So here's what it means. Identify a high-value, hands-off service where you execute a specific task for clients. So, for example, ghostwriting, bookkeeping, and then you're going to get started by choosing the service, creating a simple landing page, offering a free or low price beta test for clients, your first few clients, and then from there on, charging a higher premium price in a retainer model. So this done for you means that if you have a skill, then you're going to go out there and you're going to market that skill. So for me, I can market social media marketing, done for you service. Like I will set up your podcast website, your social pages and create 30 days of content for you, right? Or if it's you, you can say, I can help you ghostwrite your next ebook on XYZ topic that you can use as a lead magnet and then create your marketing funnel where you make X amount from this. I give you a 30-day marketing plan and your first ad campaign all created so you can go out there and shop this and get recurring clients as well as recurring people coming onto your email list. Bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is one where if you already do this and know how to do it, again, take this off someone's hands. Do it for them. Ghostwriting, bookkeeping, all of these things are services, high value that people want to take off their plate. I love the done for you service model because, again, what are the key things that we've talked about? High ticket pricing, clients will pay for the results, not just your effort, and you can easily scale by hiring subcontractors. Think about things like setting up an event, creating things for an event. There are often times when I want to do something, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Anything from laundry to being a chef, right? And having meals prepared for people. Really tap into what people ask you for, what you do really well. And remember that where you start is not where you finish. So let's say you are starting out meal prepping, so you are still learning the ropes and you don't want to charge $2,000 or something. However, as you grow and figure out your system so that it's really smooth and you're able to like chop, get these out to 3 different families every weekend, then you're going to raise your prices. But think about getting things off of people's plates. All right, so we've covered 9 different powerful side hustles that you can start today to start to replace your 9 to 5 income. And you're probably thinking, all right, where do I get started? Well, the answer depends on your skills, time commitment, bandwidth, and overall interest. But no matter which one you choose, the key is to start now. If you spend the next 4 weeks just learning and testing out one of these side hustle ideas, I guarantee that you will start to see the earning potential, but you have to start. You have to actually go out there and pitch and DM and start to get your first clients to see that earning potential. You have to start. Analysis paralysis is the biggest dream killer. I know because I've been there and I still struggle with it. But let me tell you, you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take that first step. I say it all the time and I will continue to say it because it's true. You don't need to know everything. You just need to take the first step. So here's what I want you to do next, okay? I want you to pick one side hustle from the list that speaks to you and take action this week, all right? Feel free to email me over at hi@sidehustlepro.co or send me a message. I'm at sidehustlepro everywhere about which one you're choosing and what you're going to do this week. And you can also drop a comment over here on YouTube if you're watching the video. And if you're feeling stuck on which side hustle to start or how to make it profitable, then head over to sidehustlepro.co/start, where you can schedule a paid clarity call with me to help you flesh out your side hustle ideas and narrow it down into the one that makes the most sense that you will pursue. In that intensive 90 minutes, we'll walk through your skill level, your interest, and the opportunity, and you'll walk away with your next 30-day action plan after our call. So feel free to come on over, sidehustlepro.co/start. I would love to help you flesh out your side hustle idea so you can start actually making money this year. And if you already have a side hustle and it's not profitable enough, let's talk as well, because it's time for you to start earning. And the last thing I want to say is sometimes we need to switch up what our side hustle is. So if you've started something because you have a passion about it and you just love it so much, but it's not earning you money, then we need to talk about which of these ideas will actually help you earn money in the next 30 days so that you can stop stressing about money, still pursue that passion project, but have recurring revenue coming in from an alternate side hustle. So again, head over to sidehustlepro.co/start so that you can schedule your clarity call with me. And if you enjoyed this episode, like, subscribe, and I will see you next week. Hey guys, thanks for listening to Side Hustle Pro. If you like the show, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts. It helps other side hustlers just like you to find the show. And if you want to hear more from me, you can follow me on Instagram at Side Hustle Pro. Plus, sign up for my 6-bullet Saturday newsletter at sidehustlepro.co/newsletter. When you sign up, you will receive weekly nuggets from me, including what I'm up to, personal lessons, and my business tip of the week. Again, that's sidehustlepro.co/newsletter to sign up. Talk to you soon.